Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Is it true that Islam prohibits love marriages and that one must have an arranged marriage? I've been told that after one can fall in love, but only with a designated partner. I was also told that having a crush or being in love with someone that you're not engaged to is considered haram and that we will burn in hell. Is this true? So there's two parts to this. Let me start with Islam prohibits love marriages. So what we have in Islam is a procedure to find a spouse in a halal way. This issue of love, I think, is very much misunderstood. Okay, um, there's some form of understanding that before I marry somebody, I must love them. Now, how do you define love and what is love? Has its own discussion, I think. But nonetheless, within Islam, in the guidance that we have, there are procedures in how to try and find a spouse in a halal way. If you talk about the West and how they find their spouses, that they meet one another, they live with one another, and then they love one another, and then they get married. We don't have this in Islam. We don't have these practices in Islam where people are committing fornication and living alone, falling in love, quote unquote, and then they marry. So what you do is that you as an individual have certain objectives that you have in your life, that what you want from your husband, and certain things you have within your life that you would like to fulfill. Does that individual that you're going to marry, will they help you on your way or not? Okay, you want a God-fearing person, maybe you're involved in education, maybe you're involved in a particular type of work and whatnot. Will they allow you to continue this, or they just want a family maker, a homemaker? You look for a person who fulfills the objectives that you have in your life. Love will come, inshallah ta'ala. And in fact, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who puts love between the two spouses. A love which is a good love, not a form of infatuation or having a crush on somebody and feeling like this one day and then hating them the next. This is all the Western understanding of what they think love is. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who puts love between the spouses. Now when you say an arranged marriage, this doesn't mean forced. This is not allowed in Islam. You look for somebody whom that you are happy with and you meet them in a halal situation, you're not alone with them, and then you take things forward. If they're suitable, you get married, and inshallah ta'ala your relationship can blossom. If the person else is not suitable for you, you look for somebody else. That is the first thing. Secondly, having a crush or being in love with somebody you're not engaged to, well, you build up feelings towards a person if you spend a lot of time with them. Then you have to then look at the environment that you are in. What environment am I in for me to start having these feelings for that person? Is it a work environment? Is it a college or university? At times you have to be very, very careful. Maybe the environment I'm in is not a good environment, and it pushes me then to have feelings towards a person that I can't act upon and be with. That maybe at times I become so infatuated with a person, you can fall into haram. So you have to be very, very careful concerning the feelings that you have, controlling yourself with regards to another particular person. And that if you have these feelings towards another person, you're going to burn in hell. Put this to one side. It is just people's talk. We ignore that, inshallah ta'ala. If you take the advice that I gave to you earlier, we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the best in this life, in the next. Ameen.